Get rid of Arteta, don't worry about Unai Emery, even ignore Arsene Wenger. All Arsenal needed to do was give me a call and I would start winning them leagues. We are currently sat in second place, a game below Liverpool with 2 games on hand. Mate, we could go 5 points above them pretty easily if we keep going the way that we are. We haven't lost a single game. I'm a managerial genius and I've always thought I'd look good in a long puffer jacket. Hello guys, and welcome back to the 6th episode of the Arsenal FM21 Beta Save, where today I have so many options for a title. We are facing Bournemouth in the Carabao Cup semi-final. It is the January transfer window, and we are playing the first North London derby of the series against Tottenham at home. I'm spoiled for choice. I don't know what to pick. I'll have to pick one of them, and you'll know what I've picked very soon, but I have no idea. So, because it is the January transfer window, I think before we go over the transfers, we will go over what has happened since last time out. And we have actually only played 3 games, 2 of them against Sheffield United with the exact same scoreline. Played very well in both of those games, 3-0 in either game, so 6-0 in total. And then we managed to come away with a 2-0 win away from home against Burnley. So we have been in pretty fine form. But something a little depressing has happened. Pepe is injured for 4 to 6 months. This man's probably been my second favourite player in the series so far, behind Aubameyang, and that's saying something. I absolutely love Aubameyang. He's done amazing in the Premier League and in the Europa League. Look at that. 9 goals, 4 assists in the Premier League. And in the Europa League, when I've actually played him, he's managed to get a goal. A game and an assist. So, he's done pretty well. I've been very impressed with how he's performed. But unfortunately, we're going to have to deal with him not being in the squad for quite some time. But I have brought in a transfer. Not quite a replacement for him, but I'm sure he could do a job in his position if we needed him to. First of all, Mustafi has officially left. So, thank goodness we've got that out of our club. But our signing is another returning Arsenal player. I swear I'm not doing this on purpose. Oxlade-Chamberlain is in on loan from Liverpool, and we are paying £150,000 a month, and £120,000 for his wage. And then at the end of the season, we have the option to completely pay £35,000 in total to make him a permanent signing. And I quite like that option. If he doesn't do well, we'll just return him back, and if he does do well, we'll pick him up. He's got brilliant stats. He's going to be a Mazzala on the attacking role. For me, I think that's his best position. But my favourite thing about him, one of my favourite things about him, is that he is so versatile. He could play right wing, he could play left wing, he could play cam, he could even do a job at right wing back if we needed him to. So, a brilliant returning player, probably a wee bit better than Jack Wilshere, if I'm being completely honest, but I'm stoked to have him back in the Arsenal colours. He's a player I loved back when he actually was at Arsenal, so I hope that you guys are happy to see him back at the club as well. Apart from that, we haven't made any transfers. I don't think I've made any... No, actually, I just remembered. I've done another deal, but it's a future deal, and it is a big one. Donnarumma, he's coming to Arsenal. Next season, he has a contract expiring, so we've picked him up on a free, and he is going to be our first choice goalkeeper for quite some time now, and there'll be a good competition between him and Leno next year, and that's for sure. I'm not sure, I might have to just sell Leno, but apart from that, we've got a couple of players we're scouting. We're looking for a central defensive midfielder, and then potentially just another midfielder who might be better than Oxlade-Chamberlain, but I'm pretty happy with the squad that we have, and based off our position in the league, I think that we probably don't need to make a whole lot of changes to improve our squad, but we need to focus on this game against Bournemouth. Bournemouth, the team down in the Championship, so we should probably be coming away with the win. If we do win this game, we will be facing Chelsea in the final. That is confirmed, and this is the squad we're going with. A wee bit rotated, and Oxlade-Chamberlain is playing his debut for Arsenal on his return in a big game for us. And I wish I had the number 15 to give to him, but I'm going to have to give him number 20, unfortunately. And we're going to go straight into the match, the semi-final of the Carabao Cup against Bournemouth. It's a big occasion. I mean, it's kind of like being in the quarterfinal of the FA Cup, but it's still a big game in my opinion. and I'm certainly hoping that we will be able to come away with the win so that we can play in the final and potentially get some silverware very early on in this series, and that would be good. Take some of the pressure off me, because everyone knows I'm not exactly the best at winning stuff. I'm good at getting close, but not quite the best at winning stuff. But so far in this game, we're showing that we might be good at winning stuff, because we've gone 1-0 up with a good ball over from Aubameyang, and Ceballos just has to tap that one home into the back of the net. And Ceballos is a player that has not impressed me very much in this save, so he's got a lot of ground to make up if he really wants to solidify himself as a potential signing. I don't think we have the option to... No, I'm actually certain we don't have the option to buy him. I thought we did in real life, but now Football Manager has made me think potentially not. So we'll have to see what happens in real life and have to see what happens in this game. But as things stand, I have no intention of picking him up, even if we did have an option to buy. Lacazette's 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and so calmly he chips that. Mate, that is cheeky. Lacazette behave. He has not done amazing in the league, and to be honest, I'm actually trying to offer him out to other clubs. I think Lazio are interested in him, but if he could do that in the Premier League, I would be playing him every single game. That is so naughty. I love that. Brilliant finish. 10 minutes on the clock and we're already 2-0 up. I think this could be a win for us. I'm just putting it out there. Might be a bit of an outlandish prediction, but I'm feeling mildly confident after the start we've had. 15 minutes on the clock and we have yet another chance, but it actually could be Bournemouth if we don't be careful on the defensive end here, because they managed to win the ball back. Now they're running down that right hand side. Brooks cutting inside, looking to find someone, and eventually does get it back. Lerma trying to find some space, and they have it on the left hand side now. Probably going to whip a ball in, they do, but we get it cleared. Saka, he's going to be that replacement for Pepe, so I really hope he can perform well. He, again, pretty similar to Lacazette, does really well in the Cups and Europa League, but he just hasn't quite turned it on just yet in the Premier League. So we'll have to see how he develops in that position. And, I mean, I could, if I really needed to, I could play Ozil there, I could play Willian there, or realistically, I could be making another signing if I really needed to. That one, I do think, is a penalty. Okay? I remember last episode we had some dodgy penalty calls. This episode, I genuinely think that might have been a penalty. Solanke's 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, but a brilliant stop by, I believe that was Gabriel. Darker skin. I don't think that Holding is that tan, so I'm going to go with Gabriel. And it was a brilliant block to definitely save a goal-scoring opportunity against Leno. Solanke, not the best finisher, but, I mean, with that shot going just wide of the post, he's making me think twice before saying that again. They've had 4 shots, to be fair to them, to our 3. Maybe we should show a little bit more respect than we are and move back down to a balanced mentality, as they do come away with a goal, and they actually are back into this game well and truly just before half-time. That's exactly what they needed, and it's exactly what we didn't need. Great ball in, and Steve Cook is there to header it back across the far post and get it into the back of the net behind Leno, and none of our defenders seem to be doing anything about that one, and we have one more chance before the end of the half. I'm hoping that we can move it back to a 2-goal lead before the end of the half, but I wouldn't hold my breath. Saka is running forward with some serious venom, some serious momentum, exhilarating words, but he can't quite find the back of the net, and we are going into the halftime break at 2-1 up, so we're going to have to tell them that we can't get complacent out there, because they certainly seem to be coming back into this game quickly, and if we're not careful, they will catch us off guard and manage to score 1 or 2 goals to get us out of the tie and knock us out of the Carabao Cup, which would be quite embarrassing based off the way I've been incredibly cocky throughout this entire episode so far. So ideally, I wouldn't want that to happen. With 20 minutes to go though, I think that it's sort of just petered out a wee bit. It's become a little bit more of a dull affair, which I guess I don't really mind, as long as we're coming away with the win. Willian will be coming on now for Aubameyang. Aubameyang having a solid day at the office, I guess. A bit of a quieter one for him. But you have to say that assist with the goal scored by Ceballos it was. He's done his job. He's done what he needed to do. And he's led us forward as the captain. So well done to him. And I don't know if we're going to see any more highlights in this game. Based off the way the second half is going, it does seem like a very dull affair. Of course, as I'm saying that, I get proven wrong. Football Manager's completely mugged me off, and I look like an idiot. Well, even more of an idiot than I normally do. Ceballos plays a great ball forward, and Willian runs onto that. He's cutting inside, and he almost gets a goal there. Begovic standing in the right position there, and he can't quite get him just to the left of him, or the right. I think it was the right of him that he wanted it to go. To be honest, I know my left and rights, but I can't work it out. Yeah, you know what I mean. He couldn't get into the back of the net, and neither could they there. And that good opportunity for them, but they hit it over the bar, luckily for us. I think I'm going to make my last substitution now, my last substitutions now, with Wilshere coming on, and might give Saka a wee bit of a rest and bring Depay on. Depay, I didn't think he was doing badly, but I've looked at his stats, and he's not actually playing as amazingly as I think, but he's still certainly better than Lacazette in the league, so I'm more than happy to keep him as our striker for quite some time, but there are some good options to fill him in maybe next season, but I'm definitely not jumping at the opportunity right this minute. Begovic, I don't think he realises he's a goal down. He kind of needs to pump it forward, and he has done, and now they're in with a serious opportunity. Solanke puts a good ball in, and Surridge puts the ball over the top of the bar, and that is unlucky for them, and quite lucky for us that they haven't scored a goal to put them back onto level terms very late on in the tie. Maitland-Niles hoofs it long, and I think it could actually be another opportunity for Bournemouth. They are coming at us, peppering up the goal, and Brooks is 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and he does score, and how we have gone from 2-0 up to 2-2 on the scoreline is absolutely beyond me. They have, hats off to Bournemouth, certainly playing against the harder opposition here, and they've somehow clawed their way back into it after a very poor first half of the first half. But since then, we've just sort of lied down and taken it, and they have come away with another goal. And you have to say, they deserve it. We're going into penalties. Wow, okay, this is the new penalty screen. We'll manually pick them, because I like doing it. Let's go Willian. Oh, add player. Gotcha. Sorry, I'm used to last year's way. We might actually start it with Lacazette, and then calm it down with Willian, and then we'll give, let's give Jack Wilshere not a lot of pressure. He is a good penalty taker. Then we'll give Depay a chance. Then we will go for Oxlade-Chamberlain and Danny Ceballos, and then just let them go with whatever afterwards. I'm feeling confident. I think we can definitely do this, and I don't know what to say. I think I'm going to say we should have won that match. I want to motivate them before the penalty shootout, but I also don't want to make them too nervous before it, because you never know what's going to happen when the ball is on the spot. But early on, they get their first penalty, and Lacazette, the man, probably not the best penalty taker, he's stepping up, and hopefully he can justify my decision. He does, into the bottom left corner. And I like how we're not messing around too much here. It's just straight bang, going for the penalties. I mean, there wasn't a lot of messing around last season either, but just thoughts. I'd comment on it. Billing manages to put it into the back of the net, and it's 2-1 to them. But Willian, our best penalty taker on the night, he does put it back into the back of the net, and we are 2-2 on the scoreline. Solanke, the man who I said can't finish, looks like he's feeling confident. He does step up, but he can't finish. And I was proven correct. I'm a tactical genius. I'm a general genius. And Leno has managed to pick up the save. Wilshere, the man that was nervous, he doesn't show anything but nerves there. I thought that was trickling into the bottom corner. And I tell you what, boys and girls, I will give you one piece of advice. If it says they're nervous for a penalty shootout, don't put them on a penalty. But luckily for us, Stacey has just powered that one wide, and we're back into the advantage point. If Memphis Depay can put this in, he cannot. What is going on? 2 saves, 2 misses. Two misses and 2 goals for either side. Gosling steps up and he does put it into the back of the net. And now it's down to Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain back at Arsenal, and he could knock us out of the semi-final very quickly, turn into one of the fans' least favourite returnees. But I am feeling confident. I think he's got a bit of swagger about him. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to handle the pressure. No, he doesn't. We've been knocked out of the Carabao Cup. I would have liked some silverware this year, and that is the first loss we have seen from this team, apart from the Community Shield loss, all season. That was absolutely terrible, throwing my water bottle, pulling my hair out. We had so many opportunities to go back ahead in that penalty shootout, and we've squandered it, and now we're out of a chance of winning silverware. Wow, that is not something I thought would happen in that game, but you got to be prepared for anything, I guess. I'm hoping that doesn't ruin our form as we go into our first North London derby against a 16th place Tottenham side. But before that, I need to play this game in the FA Cup and hopefully make some transfers. Oxlade-Chamberlain, I'm proving that I'm not exactly adept to making the best signings of all time. So it's our first North London derby as the Arsenal manager, and not only that, Liverpool have dropped points as well against Wolves, so we have put ourselves in a very good position, and we've gotten our form back. A 4-0 win against Doncaster means that the team is ready to go, and I'm hoping they're not feeling any lack of confidence. We haven't made any signings since last time, but we have picked up a few injuries, including Ceballos and Aubameyang. So Aubameyang's out for this one, but he's still on the bench because he's passed his fitness test. It wasn't required, but he's not quite match fit, to say the least. So we're going to give him a crack off the bench if we really need to later in the game. But for now, this is our squad. I'm feeling confident in it. Oxlade-Chamberlain making the return to the Premier League, and Lacazette hopefully can find some form playing at striker. It's a big game. He scored a couple in North London derbies before, and I hope that he replicates that today. We're going to have to put on a display worthy of the media's praise of us. I mean, you always press it. It just works so well. And see how this goes. Against Tottenham, North London derby is a very big day for us indeed, and they have the first opportunity. But they throw it straight to us, so we don't mind that at all. Lacazette's now one-on-one with the goalkeeper. I told you, he knows how to score in North London derbies. That's the 11th goal of the season. I mean, maybe I should be playing him a bit more. Brilliant ball over the top from Tierney. Just absolutely smashes it downfield, finds Lacazette on his bike, and mate, he's gone for a cheeky chip here. I think it's actually gone underneath the goalkeeper. I don't care how it's ended up in the back of the net. As long as it has, I'm happy with it. And with that being only our second shot of the game, it shows we're clinical in front of goal, and we've got yet another opportunity, playing it back to Tierney from a pretty poor corner, but we are able to create ourselves an opportunity as we keep passing it around in their third, which is what we want to be doing. We do play it all the way back to the halfway line to our defenders, but we're regrouping, we're finding some space, and Xhaka almost lost it there, but we've still got it. No stress. I was never worried about that. Thomas Partey plays it over the top into Oxlade-Chamberlain, who's surely going to square it. He does eventually find Memphis Depay, but somewhere in there, I believe someone was offside. In my opinion, I didn't see anyone offside, so it'll be interesting to see whether or not this is ruled out or not. I did not think anyone was offside in that move. Goal disallowed. Who was offside? Memphis Depay takes a shot and Lacazette's in the view of the goalkeeper. That is an interesting one. They've added it into the game. I don't think that was there before. So I guess it's cool that they've added that. Not cool that our goal was disallowed because of it though. We have another chance coming from a corner yet again. Tierney running down the left-hand side. He does find some space and he whips the ball in. Lacazette's there and he scored 2 on the day. I told you, he just shines in North London derbies and he is certainly giving me a headache about what I'm going to do. How I'm going to get Lacazette, Aubameyang and Depay all in the same team. I mean, we might have to take Saka out and play Lacazette up top and play Depay out on the right-hand side. If he keeps performing like this, I can't justify not playing him. This is a brilliant performance by everyone in the squad, and we are dominating this Spurs side. Only 4 shots, and we've scored 2. Certainly clinical tonight. And with only 15 minutes to go in the half, you'd think, going into half-time, Jose Mourinho is going to have a thing or two to say to these Tottenham boys. They are all the way down in 16th place. Like, can we just really talk about that? Like, how has that happened? I've gotten Jose Mourinho. I'm pretty sure they still haven't sacked him either. How has that happened? We've gotten yet another opportunity from corner. And Memphis Depay, wow, okay. Lloris apparently has a treadmill underneath him that zoomed him over there. And he manages to stop it from going out for a goal kick, I believe. But so far, I'm very happy with the performance, but we can't let ourselves get complacent. There's a big game. The fans are behind us. We're at home, and if we can really smash them, I wouldn't be too opposed to that at all. We'll see what happens in the second half as the first chance does come at us and Lloris clears it long. We get the ball back though, but we give it straight back to them, and it could actually be Tottenham's first opportunity of the game if they didn't give it straight back to us. I mean, I'm not complaining, but come on, give us a bit of a challenge, boys. Saka running at the defenders, skips past one, tries to cut inside, and he does find Oxlade-Chamberlain, who's surely going to whip a ball in. No, he passes it back to Tierney, out to Xhaka, who scored 2 long shots last game. Not last game, a couple of games ago, and he can't find the back of the net today, but it's good that we're getting those opportunities, and it looks like in the second half, we're getting a lot more shots our way, with 11 shots going in on the Tottenham goal. I'm pretty sure we didn't have nearly that many in the first half, so we'll make our first substitution of the game, not that we really need to, because of how the team is performing as a whole. We'll bring Jack Wilshere on, and just let him give Partey a rest, because he is, feeling a little bit knackered, and he is a top quality player for us recently. And also, Saka's looking a wee bit tired as well, so we'll bring, let's bring Mesut Ozil on, give him an opportunity, give him a run around. He can stay as an inverted winger, and I think that's probably all the substitutions I'm going to make in this North London derby. We have been very successful all over the Tottenham defence. It's not over yet, 3 minutes of additional time, but unlike the Bournemouth one, I have been cocky. We have gone 2-0 up, and we have kept that 2-0 lead. Lacazette proving that he definitely deserves to be within a chance, at least, of getting into the starting 11 week in, week out. And that is a brilliant performance from the squad to give us a 2-0 win and move us up to first place in the Premier League with 2 games in hand on the team below us, which is now Manchester United. Oh my goodness, we could go 7 points clear on the top of the Premier League, and our next game is against Manchester United. I tell you what, it's going to be an interesting one. I'm going to come back for these 2 games against Liverpool and Leicester and wrap up the January transfer window. Hopefully we win every single one of these games until then. And just before we finish this episode, I want to say once again a huge thank you for all the support on the channel. Make sure to like and subscribe if you are new around here, so that you don't miss the daily uploads coming in this series. I'm really enjoying it. I hope you are too. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below, and I will see you all later.